So right in the midst of this 30-day communication challenge, my wife and I had to travel to Dubai. And so here I am in the hotel lobby. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I look crazy, but I've got to get through this video. So the last 2 days have been some of the most intense days of our lives, of both pleasure and business, from morning to night, because that's what we're here for. And so what we're doing is we're working with the expat community, which are foreigners from all over the world who are doing business in Dubai, who have brought their families over and need help with their relationships. So we're trying to strike up a deal and negotiate something that is mutually beneficial so that we can provide counseling services to these families. And it kind of reminded me of a concept that I teach my couples all the time called marital negotiation. Now think about it. A negotiation is a win-win scenario. It means you have two people with two different perspectives that come together and find some type of commonality so that they can form an agreement and move forward. The problem is, in most of our relationships, because they're so emotionally intensified, we enter into conflict. And conflict is nothing more than two wills operating in the same place at the same time, and nothing gets resolved. Because what we do is we try to win our partners over into our way of thinking, and they do the same. And so what happens is we settle for what we believe is a good thing, which is compromise. But for me, compromise is a curse word because it is a win-lose scenario. Someone wins and someone loses. Now, generally, that may be okay in one situation. But in most relationships, we find that it's typically the same person who constantly wins and the same person who constantly loses. So the loser in this situation, over the course of time, begins to lose their sense of self, their voice, their self-expression, their personal identity for the sake of their partner winning. And it creates an imbalance in the relationship and ultimately leads to an emotional disconnect. So we believe in the power of joint agreement, where two couples come together with their perspectives and work through it. Just like when you're in a business board meeting, you may be locked in that board meeting for hours before you come to a resolution. Well, if couples could begin to do the same thing and hash out their thoughts and their feelings and perspectives until they have what we call a positive marital negotiation, because they both enthusiastically agree with the course of which their relationship is going to go in, it produces a phenomenal result. So take the time and get rid of the word compromise, which is win-lose, and enter into marital negotiation, which is win-win, so that you can overcome every situation, every conflict, every problem that your marriage is faced with.